Hey guys, so today's 7 on Sunday. I'm so excited about today's topic because I haven't actually talked about bookish pet peeves for the longest time, and I do think there is definitely a difference between a pet peeve and a trope, because the video for me today, I'm just going to be talking about physical things about reading, because when you talk about stuff in the book, then it becomes talking about tropes and things about writing that you don't like. I'm only talking about physical things about being a book lover or about reading the actual book, but not like reading the plot of the book. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is where I'm going. Like, as I start telling you about my 7 list, you'll start to understand, but a lot of these things shit me, and let's get into it. Number 1 is stickers on books, because why? Like, I love a good sticker that just peels off and it doesn't leave any residue, but why make those stickers that you peel it off and then there's all that weird white shit all over it and then it never comes off, and once you get the white shit off then it's still always sticky, and then you don't want to wipe it with anything because then you might ruin the cover of the book. And it's just like, bruh, make an adhesive sticker that comes off. Or when they actually make it so that it's not a sticker, it's on the book, but then it's a sticker that doesn't come off. It's just imprinted on the book. So dumb. I don't understand the vibe, especially when they're like, coming to Netflix in 2020 or doing this and so and so. Like, it's so freaking dumb. Like, I think they should stop it. Like, send us a letter about it, bro. Just send it in with the book. Put some publicity on a page in the book. That wouldn't bother me as much as having a sticker right on the front cover. Like, especially with us who post on Instagram, it's awful. You don't want to post photos of that. It's so dumb. Next thing. Movie covers, okay? Because you get a book released and it's beautiful, and then a movie comes out and then you have to have the movie cover of the couples being all like, and it's so dumb. It's so dumb. I would never buy the movie edition of any book, except I have, but that's because they only have that edition or actually like them. Like, my example would be The Dressmaker, because I really like Kate Winslet, so I have the cover with her on it, and I also have the movie edition of The Book Thief. But other than that, it's just not right. I see the movie editions and it like almost gives me hives. Like, especially like there's a Six of Crows edition. I'm sure there's going to be a Heartstopper Comics edition. Like, it's just not what you want. Okay, like, I don't need a movie edition, and I have no idea who is buying them. Like, no one likes them. Why are they still a thing? Another thing that I really hate is when people riot in their books. This is just an irksome perk, because like, I just think that you're damaging your books, and I understand that people are like this and that's completely fine, but my opinion is it's damaging to the books, okay? And it's fine when people annotate and they put sticky notes in, but when people like highlight and write in the corners of the books, I'm like, yes, it's a well-loved and appreciated book, but like, no, you're not meant to. It's not what it's for. It's meant to be pretty and you read it and you enjoy it. That's what the joy of reading is, in my opinion, not writing in your books. It just concerns me. So this one is something that I feel like I've like thought of myself. Like, obviously people might feel this way, but you know when you see people talking about the things that they hate as bookish pet thief, movie covers come up, stickers come up, but this is something that I don't know other people feel the same way, because what annoys me is when you have a prologue and then you're reading the prologue for like 30 pages and then you get to chapter 1 and that's when page 1 starts. Like, I've read how much and then you're telling me I'm only at page 1. Like, it needs to count. It needs to count into page number count, because what am I meant to do in my reading journal when I've read 20 pages but then I might only read the first chapter that's like 10 pages? So do I have to write down 10 or 30 pages because I've read that amount but then it's ruined? Or they do it as like a Roman numeral and then it goes to page 1 and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, I understand that a prologue is the part before the story begins, but I still have to put effort into reading that bit of the book. It makes me so mad. Okay, something else that really annoys me is there is not a standard height of book releases. Like, there should be a paperback that's this big, and then a paperback that's this big, and then a hardcover that's this big, and then a hardcover and this big. But no, it's like boop, 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 boop. Like, it doesn't have a standard size. There should be just like the small version and the large version. And what's also annoying is when the heights, I don't have an example here, but like, well, like this, like these hardcovers, it's like this one's only slightly freaking taller, and then this one is slightly freaking smaller, and then it's like, just no. Like, I feel like I have other examples somewhere, but like, they're obviously not where they can be seen, but like everything, like especially contemporaries, I find it's like they're all slightly bigger, and like why make your book 2mm bigger than everyone else's book? Like, it don't make sense, okay? Like, they should just be a standard size. And heights, especially in series when they're a little different, or when they're like a bit thicker, and I'm like, now the third book sticks out a bit more than the other books. Like, it's just something that should be universal, man, and it frustrates me. The next one is when someone borrows a book from you and they're not careful with it. And it's not just me. This is when other people get their books returned and there's like covers ripped or pages ripped, and like they talk about how much they care about their own books, but then they ruin your book because it's not their book. And I'm not saying from experience. I actually don't let people borrow my books because they're my precious, and a lot of the time people might take a really long time to read it and then I want it back to put in a photo or a video, so I don't let people read my books. But it's just like, how can people be so like disrespectful of someone else's property? Like, if I borrow someone's book, which I don't do that often because all of my book friends don't live near me, I take such good care of it and I read it as quickly as possible to get it back to them, and I take care of it. I'm horrified by how some people have had such bad experiences with people not looking after their property, and it makes me really sad, and it's just such a pet peeve. Last one is a universal problem for everyone, but that's cover changes. Why? Like, I understand if a whole series is out and you revamp it with a new cover to be like a cash grab, that's fine, but it's when you do the mid-cover cover change, because reasons don't make sense. Because if you're gonna do that, re-release the first ones in the new covers. Don't wait like 6 years like some series. Like, you know, with Shatter Me, it took 6 years to get the first book in the iPhoto in a hardcover. Like, that was time, okay? But there is times when they do a new cover change and it's fine. But especially even small things, like they change text in covers. Like, I have books where it's like, not this one, but like they have the author and the title here, and the second book they flip them. And I'm like, you just changed it. It's not the same. Like, this is a different problem, but I feel like it works into the cover change thing. Actually, this is really funny to me because with Sarah J Maas, obviously in the cover she's got Crescent City, House of Earth and Blood, Sarah J Maas, but in the new book Crescent City is really little, and then House of Sky and Breath is really large. And I understand the change because everyone thinks this book is called Crescent City and this is just some kind of like vibe going on here. So this time they had to make sure it was like, that's not the title, this is the title, but at least the spines look the same. But yeah, it's just like a no, okay? Like, on cover changes, it's just a no. So guys, I don't know if you guys realize that I get really irritated very quickly about things about books, but really a lot of the time you just have to take it with a grain of salt and just accept that some things suck. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and like, I would say recommend, but don't, because I don't want to think about other pet peeves that really irritate me. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!